Patty, you've had a pretty good weekend this weekend, obviously, with the 3 wins and things. How would you encompass it all? What would you say about the weekend with your team and how they performed?
A sweep of any team in the Big 12 is big, so we take that. Did we do it in absolute dominating fashion? At times, yes. For example, the pitching performance today was dominating. So there's certain parts of our game that are dominating. I think everybody knows, like offensively, we're scoring runs, we're scoring enough to win, but we're leaving runners in scoring position. There's part of that we're really, really working on trying to get fixed. I mean, we're in a little bit of a weird space right now, but we're still finding ways to win games. And every team goes through it. Every team goes through it at some time during their season. Are we like absolutely slumping? No, we're not. But we are working to figure out how to make it all come together. And we're moving in directions where people are being called out and called up a little bit. So we're just, for me, I just don't want to have any regrets. We're dealing with a senior class that is absolutely special. They've done things that I don't know any class can ever match, and sometimes we lose sight of that, and sometimes it's just overbearing and tired, but it's not too late. And that's one thing that we're just really working on, is just to I don't know, Katie is a good example of someone that has understood the process of this. So that's what we're continuing to grind on.
Patty, when you look at those at-bats, whether it's today or over the last few weeks where y'all haven't gotten the job done with runners in scoring position, is there any common thread that you can point to across those?
I don't think it's for lack of effort. I think it's sometimes the lack. Well, no, not the lack. The wanting it too much, trying too hard, swinging at pitches out of the zone that don't allow us to hit them hard because we're wanting to be that guy, So right now it's and we're hitting balls hard. Plays are getting made. I mean, we're just. I think the history of our program, or at least in the last 5 years, is just bomb, bomb, bomb. Like 4 bombs a game, 15-0, or what have you, and trying to match that. A good example is Jocelyn Allo. Okay, and I tell this, Jocelyn Allo, her freshman year hit 30 home runs. And she goes home and her dad says, now you gotta hit 40. So she comes back and says, I gotta hit 40, let's go, I gotta hit 40. And that is what I feel a little bit. It's not for lack of trying, it's just the lack of being disciplined to say what is needed in this moment right now, here and now. And I think some of us are trying too hard, and then I've got some freshmen that are like, just give me the bat and let me just kind of, maybe they don't know enough yet, and the beauty of that is that they just are trying to make it easy, and they're really having good success.
Kierston, 110 pitches, going the full 7. What does a day like that mean to you, and what was working today?
Yeah, I think today it was just kind of going after the hitters. I think working ahead, getting first pitch strikes, and just trusting my defense. I felt going into Tuesday's game that I might as well just carry on with just throwing good pitches and letting my defense work for me. So,
Kierston, it looked like that you established your hard stuff, and then your breaking stuff worked off there. Am I right there? I mean, how did you approach them today?
Yeah, we kind of just went hitter for hitter in a sense, and not doing the same thing, like kind of mixing around both sides of the plate. So I think that really helped establishing both sides and then being able to make speeds after that.
Ella, going back to what Coach was saying, has it been hard not to press at times, just being in your freshman year, or has it come pretty naturally to you to just be even keel throughout?
Obviously there have been like some situations that have been put in where it's like a lot of pressure, but I think what's working well is just like not carefree, but understanding like I have nothing to lose, and that's been really freeing for me.
In a lineup full of All-Americans and veterans, you've led off now for the second straight game. What kind of confidence does that give you, like, for this season and for the future?
Really big confidence boost. All these girls are, as you said, All-Americans, and really big confidence boost. But I know like we're all doing whatever it takes to get into that lineup. So.
Ella, you guys talk a lot about, trusting the process and the preparation, but the few seconds before you step in, what's kind of your thought process to stay settled, stay grounded, so you could be focused and clear-minded in the at-bat?
My biggest weapon, I'd say, is my breath. Gets me to be clear-minded, focusing on one pitch at a time, and just really like it gets me to be stress-free. But that's like the biggest thing that I use.
Patty, question for you. You guys have been playing here at Loves Field for a little over a month now, approaching your last regular season home series. How has this venue just alluded to maybe the growth of college softball as a whole since you've been a part of it?
I think every day we come out, when there's a crowd, it's still a wow moment for us. We're still trying to get used to this, really. It's fabulous to see on TV. So it shows very well that way. I think opponents come in and they are wowed by it. It was really cool to see Kierston and Hope Trotwine come in, who played over at Marita Hines, and just, I think everyone is just in disbelief, to be honest. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of our administration, our president, to believe in who we are, what we're doing, and all of the donors and the Loves family for standing up for women's athletics and softball specifically. So it's such a prideful moment for us, but I think we still have to get used to playing in it, because we're just, it's overwhelming. It's more, to me, overwhelming than it is at Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And it's louder because of the overhang and the echoes, and it creates a lot of energy, and I don't know. I think we're still working on that. So now we get to practice on it, and that just started. I think that's going to help us quite a bit as well.
Patty, Brito has become so good. When she came out of Oregon, she had a great freshman year, and then she just keeps adding on it. It's quite a compliment for her, isn't it? I mean, she just keeps getting better.
Yeah, competitor, hard worker. She's got a really good hitting coach as well, and she's surrendered and listened.
Yeah.
It took a little bit of time, but she's a gamer. She loves play. She can get really mad at herself at times because she wants something so bad, but she's getting definitely much better at that, and kind of calming herself and just clutching up in big moments. She loves those big games, and she's usually the name you're calling upon, or the name that really stands out in those big games.
So is there more work than I know there's always work with every player, but with Brito, has there been more adjustments than we know with, with the hitting and coaches and things like that?
She always wants knowledge. She'll
Okay.
always go after every at bat. I mean, she can hit a ball over the fence and come up to JT and say, so should I have, and it's like,
Really?
just take it. She wants information. She wants knowledge. She's very hungry for that. And I appreciate that. I respect that, because she wants to help this team win. So.
Coach, the last 20 runs that you scored in this series all came without the aid of a home run. Mm-hmm. And you had 6 innings in which you scored multiple runs. So in that regard, what does that say about your team's ability to pass the bat and have good productive at-bats?
It was nice to see that. I quite honestly am not counting home runs or anything. It's something that we do pretty well. But at the same time, the fact that we can score without it and score a lot is reassuring. At times, I think our hitters have that kind of swing, and that's where you might see something not, like a slight mishit. I don't know if we were trying, we just have those kinds of powerful swings. And at times we will pop something up or maybe send something deep, but we weren't I think JT alluded to it as we just got done speaking about us not hitting a home run and still hitting like timely hits, balls off the wall, balls down the line, putting runners in movement and finding balls to the gap and scoring from first. So whatever it looks like for us, we're gonna take it.
Ella, do you think you get enough of that one on the 5th to get it out?
Gotta hit the weight room.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Patty, I wanted to ask you about Tiare too. Earlier this series, we know she passed or tied for career hits with Houston's Coach Vesley, and just wondering if you could describe her game and what she brings to the team.
Since she walked on campus, she has been an elite hitter. She is an elite hitter, and she loves those big moments as well. She's just timely. She's timely, and when I see her come to the plate, I always feel excited about it because of the way she swings the bat. I think that she is going to walk off this field just on fire. There's some of these guys that have not really hit their offensive peak yet, and I think Tiare is going to be there, as well as more than a few others.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.